Don't freak out quite yet, because this is far from being confirmed, but it seems like there's a chance that Illumination is working on a Princess Peach spin-off movie. Here's how we potentially know this. As discovered by It's Ahmed, FFFZ over on Twitter, they noticed that an employee over on LinkedIn who works at Illumination has listed in their work history that they're currently working on an untitled PP movie, which of course could stand for Princess Peach. Now it could also stand for Poppy Prescott, who was a supervillain from Despicable Me 4, allegedly. I never actually watched the movie, but that's what some quick Googling told me. But here's the thing. If you look down below, they have another project that they were working on that they've since now wrapped up, at least their involvement with, being an untitled PO movie, which is likely the Poppy Prescott movie, or Prescott, however you pronounce it, because most of their codenames for prior Illumination films, as pointed out down here, are based on the first two letters. So Poppy would be PO, as shown here, whereas Mario Galaxy was MA, hence, because of Mario, and then MI was short for Minions and Monsters. Again, those are all codenames internally at Illumination. Now, the weird thing about this, as you might have already noticed, is that if the PP movie were for Princess Peach, you would think it would actually be PR for Princess, or PE for Peach, being the first two letters of either of those names, which of course isn't the case given the fact that it's PP, which is why there's a huge asterisk on this, because this does technically go against their typical naming convention for codenames when it comes to their movies. So we don't know for sure what this actually is. It could maybe be Princess Peach, or it could be some other untitled film, but again, even with that naming convention, though, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for PP in any other context, or any other context that I can think of, at least going by this naming convention of the first two letters, because what else starts with PP? There are no words, as far as I'm aware, that start with those two letters. So, yeah, at this point, Princess Peach seems to be the most clear connection, possibly, but again, this is far from confirmation. PP could really stand for anything, though, again, I don't know what else they would have chosen those initials for, especially considering, Poppy Prescott does seem to be covered by the PO movie. But again, this is all just conjecture. We don't know for sure at this point. We're just speculating as to what it could be, but it is pretty exciting all the same, and I think a Princess Peach movie would make a lot of sense, especially given that it will probably connect to Rosalina and give her more screen time, which might also make sense as to why they didn't have a whole lot of screen time for Rosalina in the Mario Galaxy movie if they knew there was a spin-off coming where they could involve her more. Now, of course, I'm just speculating it would involve Rosalina, but I imagine it probably would, assuming this is even real in the first place. So that's all we got for you, everyone. Pretty exciting news, especially considering it seems like we're probably likely to get a Donkey Kong movie next year. So if we get DK next year, Princess Peach could follow up shortly thereafter, the next year or two. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but exciting stuff all the same. And if we find out anything more about this project, whether it's Princess Peach or something else, I'll be sure to let you know. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you later. And I'll link to this in the description below as well, if you want to check out the original source. Alright, everyone, that's all I got for you. Okay, thanks again for watching. I think I'm repeating myself at this point, and we'll catch you later for real. Bye, everyone.